Hello everyone, welcome to my new series. In this series I'll choose mods from the BeamNG repository that stand out to me or just look cool and I'll review them. There will be facts about the vehicles, some developer communication if possible, and a showcase of all the configurations. There will also be a build of my own to show you at the end of the video. I hope you enjoy, subscribe if you want. What made you want to create the Gavril Vertex?
It started out as a replica request from someone I know here on Discord. I actually started the automation car somewhere in early 2019, but gave up on it due to a lack of correct fixtures to replicate the car in automation. Eventually, in September of 2019, I started looking for a new project and was able to complete the car with all the new fixtures added and updates to automation. The original plan was to make it a better version of my Toyota MR2 replica, which has some tuning and 22 configurations. However, I kept getting ideas and wanted to try stuff out, which led me to just keep adding more and more to the mod, as it was the best thing I had ever created at that point. And I just figured, fuck it, let's go all out.
How did it feel to have your mod featured on the BeamNG.Drive Twitter page?
I felt quite honored, to be honest. I wasn't really expecting it either, but I am definitely thankful for the appreciation.
The Gavril Vertex started its life as an automation mod. Automation x BeamNG.Drive is an expansion for automation that allows you to export your in-game creations to BeamNG.Drive for testing and other shenanigans. As with all BeamNG.Drive vehicles, it is possible to modify them once they've been exported. This is the case with the Gavril Vertex. The Gavril Vertex is a lore-friendly second-generation Ford Focus. This particular Ford Focus was only available in North American markets. The Gavril Vertex has 96 configurations, around 1,000 selectable parts, 9 engines with varying exhaust options, 12 liveries, 18 front bumpers, 9 rear bumpers, 13 bonnets, 14 spoiler options, 16 front bumper accessories, 9 rear bumper accessories, 35 interior options, 6 wide bodies, 6 side skirts, 5 headlights, 3 door handle options, 11 roof mods, 4 silly roof mods, our God mode configuration which includes suspension, engine and body, customizable liveries, a dome light and ambient footwell lighting that can be turned on, switches and buttons that light up when turning the headlights on, functions assigned to the gauge cluster including cruise control, airbag light and open door light. There are 8 windscreen stickers, a number of random references, and 4 YouTuber configurations, as well as 5 movie and TV reference cars. There is loads of engine customization, including twin charging, aspiration almost any way you want. The gauge cluster lights up when starting the engine. There are also pride flags you can put onto the roof, underglow with 4 underglow patterns, tunable suspension and gearboxes, and a working radio that can be edited to have more music. Hello everyone, I hope you enjoyed the intro. We're going to be moving on to the showcase now, and we're going to be starting with this, which is the invisible vertex configuration. So it's the first configuration in the list. We're going to go through the configurations in order, and so invisible vertex mobile. Now, this one basically just has no visible mesh in any of the slots, but the car is still there, it still functions, so kind of a neat thing that you can do in Beam. So since we can't really see the crashes, we're just going to crash it into something very simple, and there's not really much else to say about it other than that. Yeah, so you can't really see anything because it's invisible. But yeah, here's the damage. Okay, let's move on to the next one. So this one we'll do drivetrain review. You can actually see stuff. Nice view of what is going on underneath the vehicle. Enjoy watching the suspension move around. Also try swapping different engines in to see how it all looks like. For this one, we'll just be driving it around a bit and then crashing it, see how it looks. The suspension does look pretty cool when you get to see it moving around like this. So there's that one. Next configuration is the stripped version. So it's the one that actually has a body on it. Just as a note, the pedals work, gear shifter works, dials work, so fuel, temperature, speedometer, revs as well. This particular configuration has no brakes, so I can't stop. I forgot about that. Radio works. I'm not sure about the temperature there, but this works, like the miles to empty, which is cool. It all fell off. Still drives somehow. That was a pretty reasonable looking crash. A little bit of spikiness, but nothing too intense. No brakes though. So, next configuration. The next configuration is the unfocused. It has an unfocused thumbnail as well. This thing, it looks like a derby. Pretty sure it's a derby configuration, which is cool. It's got fully stripped interior. This is a manual. Roll cage. I think it has a shift light there. That arrow, the orange arrow, just hit. That's pretty cool. So we can get like a rear damage on this. Yeah. So there's the damage. Next configuration we have is the beta. This thing's all damaged. It's got plastic bumpers on it, smoking out the exhaust. I think the piston rings are damaged. It's got a front bumper that's dented in and is actually hanging off, as you can see there. A dented in hood as well. Also the door handles are mismatching. So they've got chrome on this side, a plastic one in the rear, and then none on this side on the rear door, and then just a painted one. Pretty sure the shocks are blown as well, so yeah, it's pretty bouncy in the back. The brakes are horrendous. It's down on power as well due to the piston rings. I think all of the lights are on the dash. This thing is a Christmas tree. So for this one, I think we can get another vehicle and spawn in, crash it into it. Because who doesn't love ruining an already ruined car? We'll park it here, turn it off because it's loud, and then we will jump into a Gavril Roamer. We will do the off-road version because we can. Spawn it up. Reverse it down the street. There we go. That's pretty buggered. Formation doesn't look too bad. Again, a little bit of spikiness, but it's not too bad. This thing still drives. And it still drives. Bam. But now there's an excuse for this thing to go in the scrapyard. Since it's totaled, more so than what it already was. So we'll move on to the next one. So now we have the S base spec. It's the base spec without anything fancy. It's propelled by a 142 horsepower inline 4 and uses a 4-speed automatic gearbox. So let's go first with the automatic. Do a simple crash in that one, and then we'll go to the manual, do a simple crash in that one as well. Of course, they are both the same. The only difference being is the gearbox. This one's definitely a lot more up on power, you can tell, compared to the original one that we just saw, the beta, I mean. That thing was really bad. This drives nice though. I was recording some gameplay footage earlier, this was actually kind of nice to drive. Drove it a couple of miles. Just a nice simple base spec version. Sometimes the gearbox goes a little bit all over the place, but that's just automatic for you. You don't really can't really expect much better than that. Looking pretty good. Not a bad crash at all. Okay. Next, we have the same configuration, but in manual. We've already seen a crash with this one, so I will just show you the interior. You can see it's got the manual gear shifter there. Handbrake works as well, which is cool. Very nice. It's got ESC as well, which you can turn on and off. Let's see if this thing will do a burnout. Yeah, you don't look like it will do a burnout. Very bouncy one. Wobbly burnout. So next, we have the tow package. The base specs without anything fancy except a towing hook. It's propelled by a 142 horsepower inline 4 and uses a 4-speed automatic gearbox. So it's the base spec automatic version, but it's got a tow hook here. Some stuff on the roof. So we've got a ladder and some sure those are like steel or metal or plastic piping or something. It's pretty cool. I think you can rip them off. Yep, you can indeed. Very cool. So I'm thinking what we'll do for this one is we will park this right here, and we will crash the tow package right into it. Sounds like a pretty good plan. Not not sure if it's down there or not. No big deal though. Yeah, I figured it was. I put the car in front of the wrong intersection. So for now you just get normal crash. That's my bad. I have to fix that for next time. Let's move that, actually. We'll just move the car straight up, I think. Look. Yeah, so it's over there. We will move the car up here. There we go. So next we have the driving school configuration. For this one, I'm going to skip the automatic version. We'll just do the manual and crash that one. It's the same for both cars. So it's got an L plate, student driver on the doors. It's got a sign on the roof as well. No plate on the front. This one will go straight into the side of the romance down here. Hit the slide. And this person definitely failed their driving test. Damage looks pretty good. Let's reset it. Next we have the taxi. So, this taxi has a full taxi livery. It's got the roof box on the roof. So, it's got its information. So, it also has a taxi meter as well, which is cool. And the partition in the center of the interior separates the passengers from the driver. The O is not a 0. That's pretty cool. Ooh. It's actually a link. Well, maybe we can check that out later. That looks pretty interesting. That's pretty much it with this thing. It's got the automatic. This thing down here. We'll go to a different part of the map for the next configuration, so you just sit in the same place. It's a pretty bad crash. Front end is very bent. The taxi driver's boss is not going to be very happy with him, so this thing gets back. So, we will move to a different part of the map. So we'll go to the suburbs area, I think. We'll go here. Next version for us to check out is the special edition. What's the difference between these two? Okay, so there's a mid-spec version with some extra features, stronger engine, 151 horsepower, and full speed automatic. Now differences. So it's got some different door handles, they're plastic. center console's the same. Might just be crap at picking out the differences, to be fair. Yeah, seems pretty nice. Seems like it's a sort of mid-range sort of thing. It's got the alloy wheels as well instead of the hubcaps and the Steelies. Let's get the ESC turned off and then we'll do a little bit of spirited driving with the automatic gearbox. Damage now. Yep, that's this thing done. Alright, let's move on to the next configuration. This is with the Stig. Oh, we didn't do this one, the highs and mids back. Some extra features, a stronger engine, 151 horsepower. It's the high-end version. See if I can see any differences with it. This one's got chrome door handles instead of the plastic. I don't think there are any differences on the interior that I can see. Same wheels. We've already pretty much seen a crash with this one, so we will move on to the next one. I'm just going to move back a bit so we're not in the shade. So, let's move on to the next one. So this is with the Stig. Some might say I've not finished this production yet, this introduction yet, sorry. And I have no idea for this part either. All we know is he's called the Stig. So this one I think adds a driver, and we've also got a sticker for the windscreen. Aniston oils. Parking brake engaged thing there. That's cool. There's Stig. Let's do some Stig driving. Stig crashed. Although not into some tyres this time. This time it's a house. Let's reset and move on to the next configuration. So, here is the Hocus Pocus. There's a pizza on your Vertex. I think that's meant to be a Hocus Pocus. English. Hocus Pocus, there's a pizza on your Focus, but this is the Gavril Vertex. So, there is a pizza on the roof, a very shiny pizza. I think other than that, it's exactly the same version as the other one, just in a sort of yellow colour. We'll see if the pizza can fall off. Let's have a look, see if I can get it to... Yep, the pizza does fall off, in fact. I just had to rip it off because that crash was not good enough. It's pretty cool though. Alright, next we have God Mode. It's almost indestructible. If you ram her into the wall, a few pulls with a node grabber and can easily get her back in shape. You can also drive underwater. It takes some serious destructive energy to destroy it. So we're going to try and destroy it. But this one, I think what we'll do is we'll take it to the drag strip. Oh wow. Look at that. It did damage it, but it's not destroyed. So we will move to the drag strip. Welcome back. Here we have the Vertex at the end of the drag strip, and then at the other end, at the start, we have the Barstow. So we're going to hit it. Let's see if we can destroy it. Vertex. It is surprisingly intact. I think this thing is truly indestructible. I have one last test though. We will drop it from a height and see what that does. See if we can destroy it by dropping it. This will use some slow motion as well. Get some better camera shot of this. See if it bounces back into shape. We've definitely broken some wheels and suspension components. Really flexes a lot when you do this. Wow, it bounced right back up. Wow. Let's put it back onto its wheels. Now, considering the height that it was dropped at, it's in remarkably good condition. Let's see if it still drives. And it does. It doesn't drive particularly well, but it does move. Pretty good. Alright, we'll move on to the next configuration. This configuration is called Slalom Motorsport, inspired by a German slalom racing thingy. Pretty much stock, but has extra safety and a nice livery. The number on the number display is randomly generated each time you respawn the car. Place this one and see what we get. Don't know where the number is. See if we can find it. Oh, this one, here we go. 70. Nice. So they can identify who it is. Like the writing on the window, but with an LED screen. Pretty cool. Do one crash with this one. You can hear the radiator. It's pretty cool. Okay, on to the next version. This one is the SES automatic, the top spec with some features and a stronger engine. It's propelled by 151 horsepower inline-4 and uses a 4-speed automatic gearbox. For this one we will use the manual because automatic is irritating. For this one, I think the window outer bit is chrome as well, which is cool. It's got the same alloy wheels, got a little spoiler there. I think a slightly different rear bumper. Front bumper is the same. Obviously the manual gearbox. Yeah, looks pretty the same in here. This crash from the point of view of the passenger. Pretty stuck. Use the node grabber to get it out. There's the damage. Pretty cool. Right, next configuration is the Eco Boost. Equipped with a super efficient turbo inline 3 and a CVT gearbox, laid out to get great fuel economy. So you can see the little inline 3 in there. This thing is unbearably slow. Really slow. Pretty cool though. It's got a screen as well there, which actually updates with the map location. That's pretty cool. I wonder if you can break that. Don't think so. Pretty cool though. Next configuration we have is the Special Edition Sport Package. The SE Sport is equipped with VVT camshafts, a supercharger, and is good for 195 horsepower. It also features exclusive rims as well as the new Power Shift 6-speed DCT for faster shifting. So as the description says, we have some new wheels. It's got the painted door handles. A different spoiler to what we've seen so far. It's got a big screen in the interior. Nothing much going on there, I don't think. It's all the same. Right. Let's go crash with this one. This one's definitely got a bit more power. Near that supercharger. Cool. A little bit of damage, nothing too intense. Next we'll go on to the SS Ultra concept. This one again we're going to do the manual version. This one has a different sound because it's got the V6. Got a little badge there that says SES. It's got a rear bumper, a different rear bumper with a diffuser on there. The front bumper might be different as well. It's got like a little lip kit on it. It's pretty cool. It's got these Gavril plates on it. Interior's got the big screen. sounds really good. It's got ESC as well, although it's a lot less, it doesn't interfere as much. I think we could have flipped it there. Let's try that again. See if we can grip roll it. I'll turn off the ESC for this. Yeah. Let's put it back onto its wheels so you guys can see it. Very cool. Next version we have to look at is the Undercover Cop. There's also a police cruiser with a V8. I'm not sure how much these vary, so what we'll do we'll just do this one and then the V8. I don't think there's too much of a difference. So start with this one. So Undercover Cop. Yep, this is definitely an Undercover Cop. Can't quite remember how to turn on the police lights. I think it's M. There we go. You can see the flash there. Also flash in the rear as well. Pretty cool. It's got a siren as well. I'm not going to play that slow. It's also got a laptop there as well with a map. See it working there. Do another slow motion crash. It's on fire. That's great. Pretty bad crash. Definitely one you don't want your department head to find out about. Next we'll check out the V8 police version. So, police cruiser with V8. Highway patrol version definitely has a V8. You can hear that. Got the police lights again. It's got some different lights in the front. It's got a bash bar. It's got a different light bar on the top. Got the police stop sign. Some lights on the rear boot lid. See Beam Police there. Again, we have the laptop there as well. This thing probably wheel spins for days. I'm not sure if it's all-wheel drive or not. I'm not sure we'll be able to find out. Oh, just stalled it. It's kind of sluggish. But it moves. It's definitely faster than the Inn0centJok3r, at least in a straight line. The acceleration is not much to be crying over that. Cool. Next version we have to look at is the V8 swap, which I'm pretty sure is just the V8 from this, but in this. It might not be though. A Mustang V8 somehow found its way into this one, resulting in a lot better performance. The one who made this also equipped it with some stronger brakes. It may be hard to control due to it being rear-wheel drive. That's fine, we can do donuts. Might be hard to drift it because fucking ESC is interfering. It's got V8 badge there as well. Got V8 on the side as well. Kind of reminiscent of the old sort of style muscle cars with the V8. badging on the side. Some donuts with a very broken car. This thing is pretty loud as well, but I'll turn it down for you guys. I could do some pretty good donuts even when the back is obliterated. Alright. Next configuration. This will be the sleeper. Looks like a bone stock car, however underneath you'll find a 420 horsepower power plant. You know how the game goes. Indeed. So this one, the only differences that seem to be, I do notice that there's no fog lights. I probably missed that on other cars as well, but it looks like just the bog standard version. We've also got a laptop in here as well, so we can see the speed in Imperial and metric, maximum speed, the boost, water temp, oil temp, fuel percentage, RPM, air fuel ratio. Very cool. Also got a little shift light over here. See it right there. Got launch control as well, which we will try. It's got an exhaust as well, which you can see down here. Other than that, this thing looks very, very stock. Let's get rid of the ESC. Oh yeah, this thing spins. Haze. Oh yeah. It's also one thing that the creator of the mod told me about the laptop, which I'd like to show you guys as well. So what we'll do for this is we will jump into the vehicle config, the engine. We're going to set the turbo, if possible, if I can find it. System stage 3 turbo. Is there a variable boost turbocharger? No. Okay, so we'll have to go down in block. So we'll go to the stock engine block for this. Now, if I overtalk this engine, you will see something on the screen of the laptop. You see that? I'll try it again. Dangers of manifold. And then it explodes. That's pretty cool. And you can see here it says terminal engine damage as well. I figured you guys might like that. So, next configuration is the Vertex Dream build. The car of the one who started this mod by suggesting an automation replica has a tuned engine and a big subwoofer box in the trunk. Take a look at the rear windows too. Okay. So this thing has a roof rack, some ETK wheels, stock front bumper, stock rear bumper. It's got the aftermarket exhaust with the burnt tip on it. It's got a little spoiler, some stickers on the windows. We've got automation, NOMI, an Instagram tag, clapped_ST. We've also got the subwoofers, as the description said, BeamNG audio, 1000 watt. Very cool. This one has no ESC. Pretty sure it's like one of the only vehicles without it, which is cool. Only configuration, sorry. Brick roll. That's a violent crash. Cool though, very cool indeed. So I think what we'll do is we'll leave it there for now. Thank you for watching the first part. There'll be a second part which will be going through this car, all its configurations, so we'll continue from there with the Street Tune version. Thank you for watching, and see you next time.